Hello again, and let's get this thing going. So take a look what I've got over here. I started off with that program that we've already written, which had the two switches. And what I want to do is, well, okay, I'm going to combine it with the program that has the motors operating. So what I did is, first off, I just copied and pasted this whole block right in. Okay, so that way you have your choice whether or not to do it with the binary values or with the pin in, pin out. I also then, if you recall, on the original software, I had these labeled switch off, switch 1, switch 2, and what I realized is, hey, okay, let's see which direction they go. So I played with my little switches, and I said, okay, if I trip this one, I can see that the sequence of 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 causes it to turn right. And if I played with the other switch, I said, okay, well, 1 0 1 0 causes it to turn left. And in fact, I'm looking at this and I realize I never even changed that. Let's just go ahead and make sure that says what it's supposed to say. Alright. And we'll make this one a turn left. Okay. And so now you understand. The other thing is originally I had the robot back up. Recall that? Well, we don't need to do that anymore. We're just going to go ahead and get rid of it because all I want to do is be able to follow a line. I want to be able to steer the robot left and right. So I deleted those two, and you can compare those. Actually, maybe I should just open that up. It's one of the beautiful things about doing it this way. Okay, so now you can see them side by side. See, I deleted this and I deleted this because there's no reason to go in reverse. Okay, and let's go on down. Alright, I believe all this remains the same. I didn't even remove the serial output, and just like that other program, I just simply changed the switch 1 equal to false or the switch 2 equal to false. Now I've went ahead and said if the right value is greater than 400, okay, I'm going to indicate that by lighting up port B. Okay, so I end up lighting up one of the LEDs that remains, and then I'm going to call the turn right routine. And it's going to jump up here and it's going to cause the robot to turn right. If the left value is greater than 400, well, then let's indicate it with one of the remaining LEDs, and let's call the turn left routine. Okay, and it's going to go ahead and do that. All right, so it's going to change the motor directions for 200 milliseconds, and then it's going to briefly stop, and it's going to go ahead and skip on down here. If neither one are less than or equal to 400, okay, the right value or the left value, then hey, let's turn off the lights. These two lights down here, which are indicating the direction that the robot's going, and let's call the forward command, and the forward command is nothing more than the one that we had originally done in the motors program, where it was a 1001. All right, so now you can see that what's going to happen is if it bumps into a sensor on one side or the other, it's going to briefly steer the robot to the right or to the left. And if I plug it in, okay, and actually let's go ahead and open up that serial window. Although, oh boy, what have I done here? Let's not open up that serial window. Oh, it's going so fast. I removed that delay. Again, this is part of the reason why I like just using the LEDs versus the serial. Serial's great for debugging, but when it comes down to real life applications, who wants to wait? So So let's see what happens. If I go ahead and put this sensor, you can see I have these black lines, and I pull it over black. Let's see if I can move these wires out of the way so you can see it a little bit better. Okay. You can see that the motors have switched direction, and the LED is indicating a turn. Okay, now we're back to the forward direction, and I'll switch this one. Okay, the LED is indicated it sensed a black line, or it's greater than 400, and the motors have switched direction. Alright, so you can see how pretty simple that is. It's just nothing more than understanding how to control the motor and how to send, remember, just an ever so brief recall, these two upper bits right here, the 1, 0, control the one side of the H bridge, sending it either clockwise or counterclockwise. This one controls the other side of the H bridge, sending it clockwise or counterclockwise. And when I do an if-then statement, I then cause it to switch that. And I think that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a small video on the end of this, showing the robot actually following a line, and we'll move on to staying inside of a rink. And then the last video, I believe, will be actually a sumo fight. So I will see you soon.